Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For this video, I'm going to be talking about the differences between New York, of course, again, and Charlotte as far as a household income of an annual amount of $100,000. So you've seen me mention in my videos that in Charlotte, a dollar goes a long way. So what I wanted to do is focus in a little bit more to talk kind of apples to apples as far as how to spend that $100,000 income in New York versus in Charlotte. So this is going to be a cool comparison video. $100,000, of course, is not going to be $100,000 because you got to pay taxes. So of course, since we pay taxes, the first thing you're going to look at is New York City. After taxes, you will net $63,000 and you'll bring home approximately $5,000 a month, which is insane. But anyways, and in Charlotte, you're going to get $65,000 in annual income net, and you will bring home also $5,000, but it's a little bit less. It's about, well, it's a little bit more actually. It's $100 more a month when it's all said and done for taxes. So taxes, first off, number one, are slightly lower than in New York City. So that's one check for Charlotte. All right. Okay, so if you're going to look at households, housing costs in New York are 2 times higher than they are actually in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I'm going to explain why. First, we're going to start off talking about how the rental costs in New York versus Charlotte, 2 complete different amounts for the same view. So if you want a skyline view in New York City, it is going to cost you a whopping $5,000 to $10,000 a month. Here in Charlotte, North Carolina, to get a skyline view, it's going to cost you $1,800 to $2,700 a month. I think that's 2 so far for Charlotte. All right, so that makes Charlotte literally 3 to 5 times less expensive than New York City. Now, to be fair, our transit system is not as tight and well planned out as New York City is. So for this comparison, we're going to have both of the people being compared, one in New York and one in Charlotte. They're both going to have a car. So just to own a car and travel down those wonderful unavoidable toll roads that you guys have in New York City that we don't have here in Charlotte, I'm going to tell you how much it's going to cost on average. So for the year, it's going to cost $5,000 to $6,000 a year just for car insurance. Whereas in Charlotte, North Carolina, your car insurance can run you about $1,600 a year easy. Gasoline, toll roads, and of course, a car payment is going to make a huge difference. Transportation in total in New York is going to cost you, guess how much? $2,235. Whereas in Charlotte, it's going to cost $514. And we're actually factoring, in this example, 2 cars, car insurance, gas, tolls, parking, and of course those New York congestion fees that, once again, we don't have here in Charlotte. I would say though, I'm going to make it a little bit fair and say it can cost at least $800 a month. Just in case you're picking kids up from school, dropping them off, running to different sides of the city here in Charlotte, I'll be a little bit fair. It can cost you at least, at the most, $1,700 to $1,800 a month for that car. Whereas in New York, it's going to cost $2,235 minimum to own a car and to use it daily in your commute. Wait, that's another point for what city? Charlotte. This part, I'm actually going to read my notes just so I can also talk about a few other things that I included in this total monthly expense sheet that I have here. So we're doing groceries, dining out, healthcare, insurance, debt payments, loans, credit cards, childcare, educational care, entertainment, subscriptions, travel, vacation fund, clothing, gifts, investment, retirement. In total, you guys ready for a drum roll? In total, per month in New York City, it will cost you $12,243 a month to live with everything that I factored in. Whereas in Charlotte, that same exact cost of living, the same, like apples to apples, this is how we live like this in New York, and we live like this here in Charlotte, it's going to cost only $7,680 a month. Let's be clear now. So just a quick recap, because, we need to keep score. So this is New York versus Charlotte, North Carolina. So let's keep score and see where actually is the winning place to be for your wallet. It's going to be housing costs in New York are over 2 times more than the housing costs in Charlotte. 1 point for Charlotte. Transportation in New York City costs 4 times more than in Charlotte. 2 points for Charlotte. Food, entertainment, and miscellaneous costs are also higher in New York, but the significant differences are in housing and transportation. Those are the 2 basic necessities I think all of us kind of focus on when we're picking a place to live, right? Right. Which, once again, Charlotte is top for affordability as it relates to being in a major city, especially one that is number 1 in banking and financing versus other cities. On the East Coast, we are number 1 for banking. With that being said, I would say that it would be a smart investment to live in Charlotte. It'll be great for your wallet to live in Charlotte as well. I will say one thing. $100,000 in Charlotte definitely will be a little bit tight, but it's a lot more manageable. And the amount of savings that you can actually have throughout the whole year will actually make a huge difference. New York versus Charlotte, I will say this. You need $180,000 in New York, and you need $120,000 to live in Charlotte. So we're talking a $60,000 difference here. So imagine if you made $180,000 in New York and $120,000 in Charlotte, you'd be living the same exact life, but for a lot more work and a lot more stress. So if you want to do what's best for your wallet, you're right. Charlotte is the right move. Contact me today. I would love to talk to you more about that. I just wanted to leave you guys with a quick fact. The fact is, $180,000 is what someone needs to make in New York City to live comfortably. And only 15% of people that live in New York City make more than $180,000 a year salary. Here in Charlotte, North Carolina, 20 to 25% of our city residents actually make $120,000 or more. That actually says a lot about our city and how comfortable your cost of living would be and how comfortable your quality of life would be. So, of course, like we all know, knowledge is power. So I'm going to ask you guys, would you rather be the 15% of New York residents or be the 20 to 25% of New York residents? Thanks so much, and you guys know how to reach me. The information's down in the details below. Don't forget to hit subscribe and click the notifications for my next videos. Thanks, guys. Share with your friends that are thinking about relocating to Charlotte as well. Talk to you soon. Bye.